We stay in Mexico. Environmentalists, farm workers, and citizens are denouncing the threats posed by genetically modified crops and the multinational corporations that produce them. Here's our correspondent Clayton Kahn now with more.
Although activists and environmentalists want a moratorium on the usage of genetically modified corn in Mexico nearly 2 years ago, they argue that the threat is constant and the need to inform the public is necessary.
We began 2 years ago with the marches, and there are more and more people learning about what genetically modified corn is, the risks it has towards biodiversity, towards health, and now more people realize what it means and they don't want it in Mexico.
Activists say the transnational Monsanto dominates 90% of the world's production in corn, canola, soy, and cotton, putting at risk more than just the genetic diversity of these fundamental crops.
What they want is to control the entire food sector, so we must realize that this is not just a question of seeds, of GMOs. We must understand that Monsanto wants to put an end to food sovereignty in the world.
While Mexico is considered to be the origin and center of corn's genetic diversity, the country imports nearly 10 million tons of the grain each year, 80% of which is genetically modified from the United States. As neoliberal policies continue to favor the rights and opportunities of multinationals such as Monsanto over those of small-scale producers, it jeopardizes not just food sovereignty, but also labor rights. These small-scale producers say they can't compete with the subsidized prices of grains being imported from the U.S. They say the Mexican state has abandoned its former policies of supporting the agricultural sector. Meanwhile, analysts argue that the state's vision towards monoculture and the agro-industry, mixed with political corruption, wrangles away the few remaining subsidies the small-scale producer has.
They are benefiting people that do not require subsidies, the large-scale producers, or a person who receives various types of subsidies without having need for them.
These analysts affirm that the major result of these policies is the abandonment or expulsion of people from the countryside, playing a major factor in Mexico's estimated 1 million migrants annually that seek to travel to the United States. Clayton Kahn, Telesur, Mexico City.